Okay, good afternoon. We'll convene the Redevelopment Authority for August 13th. Can we please take the roll?
Thomas Belter. Jack Birmingham.
Here.
Steve Hintz.
Here.
Jason Lasky. Lori Palmieri.
Here.
Sue Ponick. Here. Archie Stanton.
Right, next, we have the consent agenda, or I'm sorry, the consent for approval of minutes from July 17th and July 17th closed session.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And new business, Resolution 19-24, approved development agreement with Merge LLC for redevelopment of parcels H, I, and J within the Marion Road redevelopment area. Do I have a motion and a second?
I move 1924 approved development agreement with Merge.
A second.
All right. Back to the Development Authority discussion. First of all, do we have anyone here from the public to speak to this item?
Do
Do you want to make any comments?
Okay.
One
Here to answer any
question, and that is, has everything to date gone as expected and without big problems for you?
Wouldn't say at all that we've had any big problems. We're moving forward we've gotten to phase 1. We're working on the phase 2 right now. So environmental investigation, there will be more to find out and more for us to determine how we're going to remediate and construct the buildings based on those environmental conditions. But city staff's been great to work with, and we're really looking forward to getting started. We've had great tenant interest. So that's probably going to guide which building we end up digging on first. But beyond that, all's going.
So everything financially, the arrangements, the agreement with the city that we're responding to today is okay. The go, no-go decision is essentially dependent on the environmental issues.
That's fair to say, but we definitely have some good indicators that we're going to be able to work through that in a timely fashion.
Okay.
And I think the alignment in the agreement between Merge LLC and the city is.
So when will you know about the environmental?
It will be definitely before the end of the year. I anticipate closer to like the 60-day mark, where we have to coordinate with the DNR and make sure that our remediation plan is consistent with what they're looking for.
Good. This is good news. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And could you just give your name and address for the minutes?
Yes, Joy Hahnemann, 730 Williamson Street, Madison, Wisconsin.
All right, and then if we could ask about financing, just want to ensure that everything is good with financing.
Yep, things are moving along in that regard too. Skydeck, the capital partner out of Chicago, is in support. I've worked with WEDC last week to look into further grant options along with Alan and Kelly. And then we're working with Greenfire Construction to provide a early construction number, which will help us to go out and get the construction loan and permanent financing. So moving right along. Yeah.
So you talked about the abatement costs, the environmental, if you have to do cleanup. Where are those in your budget? Are those under professional fees?
Do you have it referenced in there where there would be the environmental conditions?
I don't know, Mr. Davis, was it built into any of the
Ehlers
numbers from
analysis?
Ehlers?
There's a zero in that line, but there's a total under architectural engineering and professional fees. Is that supposed to capture?
Right, that's kind of.
It wouldn't. I think that because that cost was unknown, we had a 0 in there.
Okay.
So we've currently, Darlene, we worked together to apply for the site investigation grant through WEDC, and that was awarded, so that'll help $25,000 for the investigation.
Mr. Davis, could you answer, I just see that there's also a 0 in there for park dedication. Would we not capture that at this point?
Park dedication would be a requirement as part of the building permit. That's where that usually shows up in my department, so I'm not sure how they allocate that out. That would be under permitting.
Sorry, I don't have that in front of me right now. You have a copy of it that I could reference?
Again, looking at Exhibit C.
Thank you. At this point, we would probably be putting it into the building and land improvements. At this point in time, when this was prepared with Ellers, we had a construction number that we had hoped to hit, and that was as $1 per square foot. So these are rough numbers right now.
We haven't allocated them based on actual bids or costs for anything. It's a square foot cost.
Per square foot cost, right? So the contingency budget that we have here at 3%, that would be a place to capture some of those factors as well.
Mr. Davis, do you know how we calculate that parkland dedication fee? Or roughly? Is it?
It's so much per unit based on the size of the units, number of units within a structure. And I don't know how they treat the townhouses versus the apartments versus the other units that they're going to be building. So that would take a little calculation, actually.
So we should see that at council.
I could work on that this afternoon.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Sorry, I just saw that.
No, that's actually a question that I have too. This would be for Alan then, would be if any of the common area kind of waterfront areas that would be public use would be included into that calculation at all, if any of the areas that we've...
My best recollection of the parkland piece only counts the number of units you actually build.
Okay.
Not the commercial or the common space that you're talking about. It's just the residential.
Okay,
That's what I remember from the calculation, the formula.
all right.
Any other questions or discussion regarding 1924? All right, can we please call the roll?
Birmingham,
Aye.
Hintz,
Aye.
Onick,
Aye.
Palmieri.
Aye.
Motion carried 4-0.
All right, next we have a motion to go into closed session. We will not be coming back on camera after that, as the only item remaining afterwards will be an adjournment. So first, the motion is the Redevelopment Authority may convene into closed session related to the negotiation of land for slum and blight elimination at 1124 High Avenue pursuant to Section 19.851E to discuss bargaining options, strategies, and parameters where competitive bargaining reasons require a closed session.
Second?
All right. Please call the roll.
Birmingham,
Aye.
Hintz,
Aye.
Onick,
Aye.
Palmieri.
Aye.
Motion carried 4-0.
All right, very good.
Just double check we're in closed session then.